So about a month ago, a client of mine posted this before and after photo to his Facebook and Instagram accounts. He lost 15 kilograms, or about 33 pounds, in 3 months, and we did it as healthily and sustainably as humanly possible. Meaning there was no fad dieting, he wasn't starving himself, he basically just changed the way he ate. And I'm shooting this video because a lot of people are interested in getting into better shape, and they're wondering how to do it, and really, at the end of the day, the single most important factor is going to be how you eat. So we've all heard abs are made in the kitchen, and it's actually true. We all have an abdominal wall, and in there you've got a six-pack of some sort. But whether or not it shows is going to depend on how much fat mass you have covering your abdominal wall. So I'll keep it quick and I'll keep it simple, and I'm going to use Yogi as an example without revealing any more information than he hasn't already revealed in his long form post. So if you want to see the post for yourself, I'll link it below so that you can go check it out for yourself. But basically, I'm going to give you the really quick rundown as to how I helped Yogi lose 33 pounds or 15 kg in 3 months. And he's kept that off, and I'm sure will continue to keep it off by simply and primarily making changes to his diet. Health and wellness really comes down to the health triad, which is fundamentally exercise, nutrition, and recovery, which really we can just think about as being sleep. So to keep it simple, you've got to have those three in some kind of alignment in order for you to really accomplish whatever your goal is with regard to health and wellness. If you want to pack on a bunch of lean muscle, you've got to exercise appropriately, eat appropriately, and then sleep appropriately. If you want to burn a bunch of fat mass because you're trying to get rid of love handles or any other fat around your body, you've got to eat in accordance with that. You should do some exercise, and you definitely need to get at least a decent amount of sleep to make that possible. So really, which specific area or pillar of the triad you focus on comes down to what your goal is. In the case of Yogi, our example for today, his goal is to lose as much fat mass as possible, specifically 15 kg, 33 pounds, in the 3 months that we did our 3-month coaching program. And actually he extended for another 3 months because frankly, he saw such amazing results that he decided to just keep going because he wants to keep making improvements to both his physique, but also his health in general. So again, Yogi, let's break it down. And again, I'll share really as much as most people probably already know just based on what he does. So we've got on the exercise side, he had a great regimen. Essentially strength training 4 times a week and then doing 2 forms of conditioning involving running and swimming as well. So that's basically 6 total days of exercise throughout the week. And the strength training he's doing is very high intensity and great stuff, and then the conditioning he's doing is also great stuff. So again, he's got 6 days there. The exercise side is pretty much ticked off. He's doing what he needs to do in order to stay active and effectively help him burn calories to get to the desired weight. Then we have the sleep and the nutrition side. On the sleep side, fortunately for him, he's a great sleeper. So again, we didn't have to spend much time on the sleep side. We basically immediately jumped into the nutrition side. And some of the advice I gave him, which I'll give to you guys as well, in case you're interested in maybe losing some fat this summer or later this year, or getting off some of the weight you've put on through COVID, it's pretty simple. You really want to look at the way you're eating right now and then determine what small changes you can make to those regular meals, assuming you're doing, let's say, a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, to help improve the quality and quantity of those meals. So, big picture, the single most important factor is going to be the total number of calories you're consuming. If you're unsure what I mean when I say calories or what they are or why they matter, go check out my first video to understand what macronutrients are and calories. And then secondly, you really want to set some kind of protein target, regardless of what that is. Obviously, if you're working with a coach or personal trainer, they can probably help you with that number. If you're just out there eyeballing it, a simple way to approach it is you want to go minimum half of your weight in pounds to your total weight in pounds for an average person who's interested in, let's say, building some muscle and getting rid of fat mass. There are people who eat a ton of protein and there are people who eat way too little protein. The average person that I end up working with and that I've seen in the 10 years I've been a personal trainer and a health coach is not consuming enough protein, despite thinking he or she is. So the way you do that, again, is look at your meals, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and first and foremost, write down or calculate somehow using MyFitnessPal, a journal, a Google Doc, notes in your phone, whatever you want, the total number of calories you're consuming from the different food sources. Secondly, figure out your macros. Honestly, I would just encourage people to go and use MyFitnessPal or some other app. It's extremely simple. We all have smartphones. It's very easy to do. This is what I encourage all of my clients to do as well. It's not some big secret. The first thing you should really do when you're interested in controlling how much you weigh, building muscle, or at all improving your health and fitness is really start to understand how much you're eating and what you're eating. That can't be overstated. I'll say it again. Calculate what you're eating and how much you are eating, however you want. Once you have that data, you can then start to make adjustments to improve on that eating. So if we go back to our example of Yogi, his exercise, on point. His sleep, on point. All we did is focus on how he's eating, and just by making adjustments there, he was able to lose a tremendous amount of weight very healthily over an extremely short period of time by simply making the right adjustments. Was it easy? Some parts were. Some parts were more challenging because we fundamentally had to eat in a deficit for a lot of that, obviously. If you don't know what a deficit is, again, check out this video because it'll explain. But fundamentally, he just had to really control how he's eating, and by doing that, he was able to lose a massive amount of weight over a relatively short period of time. So again, I'm shooting this video because there were tons of comments and remarks on his post, and I started a whole bunch of conversations with people, some of whom have come on as new clients. So I just want you guys to know that frankly, if you're interested in losing fat mass and you're interested in doing it healthily and sustainably, the single best way to do it is to calculate the amount of food you're eating, what that food is, set for yourself some kind of calorie target, and then set for yourself some kind of protein target. If you're just able to do those things, I promise, over time and with appropriate direction and ideally a plan, you'll likely get to whatever your goal is in terms of weight. If you're interested in building a bunch of muscle mass, again, the exercise element becomes a lot more important. So if you're really focusing exclusively on fat loss, focus on nutrition. If you're focusing on building a bunch of muscle, you're gonna have to focus on nutrition and exercise. Sleep in general is the all-encompassing. It is the body and brain's single best way to reset every single day. So don't compromise on sleep. It matters. Get your 8+ hours. Trust me, it's worth it overall for your focus, longevity, health span, productivity, everything. All kinds of performance, whether we're talking about the office or the gym, are going to improve by simply just getting better sleep. So again, big picture, as it relates to Yogi, we focus on nutrition. If you've got questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. If you haven't already liked this video or subscribed, please make sure to do that. If you're interested in working with a coach, check out my website. I've worked with hundreds of people, helping them stress less, build muscle, lose fat, you name it. So check that out if you're interested. There's a link below. And more than anything, I just hope this is helpful for you guys who are interested in living healthier and happier lives. It's not that hard. You really just have to take some time, create awareness, write some stuff down, and then start making some changes. Guys, I hope this helps, and thanks for watching. So again, make sure to smash that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.